and namaste. Thank you so much for watching my video. Today I wanted to talk about how Pranic Healing helped me. It really improved my health to such an extent, it's crazy. I mean, it improved a lot of things in my life, but I don't necessarily want to get into that for now. But health-wise, this is basically to share my experience with you and to show you how it works. I mean, it just works. And obviously I'm not going to tell you about the experiences of my patients. I can only talk about myself. So here I am. So just as a disclaimer, before I start describing all of that, what I'm going to talk about in this video is only my opinion. It's only my opinion, and obviously Pranic Healing is not intended to replace traditional medicine. If you have any severe ailment or a disease or anything that persists, please do go see your doctor. Pranic Healing is not contradictory with the normal traditional treatment. On the contrary, they're very complementary. They complement each other. I don't know if you can say complementary, whatever. They complement each other, and Pranic Healing is basically something that is going to fasten your recovery. But taking your meds is still necessary, so please don't get me wrong on that. So my personal experience with Pranic Healing. The first thing that I wanted to talk about is back pain. I used to be a pretty clumsy person and fall all the time. Pretty spectacular in general. The last fall was last January for my birthday. I basically went to a restaurant and I was wearing these very high heels, and I tripped in the middle of the restaurant. Hello. And I messed up my neck really bad. My neck was already messed up from before, but this just basically, you know, added another layer of, you know, CRAP on my neck. And so I saw a chiropractor. I've been seeing chiropractors for a really long time for these neck pains that would just like reoccur all the time. Basically, at some point I thought that because of my neck and back problems, I would have to see a chiropractor every 2 to 3 months. So I'm not saying that you shouldn't see a chiropractor or an osteopath or whatever every 2 to 3 months. That is really up to you. I personally think that it's important to see one regularly because that aligns your back and that's really important for your balance. But from a strictly pain point of view, I can honestly say now that I don't need to do it. I may need to go every once in a while to get realigned, you know, give me a little boost and everything. But back then I just had to go after 2 months because the pain was becoming so unbearable. So what's crazy is that I never did any Pranic Healing. I did one Pranic treatment for back pain, my very first Pranic treatment, which was just a test. I didn't feel much during the healing, but this is an experience that I can talk about later. Anyways, I received one Pranic treatment, and then I never treated myself again. Never. And my pain is pretty much gone. I mean, it does come back every once in a while, you know, when I'm tired, when I'm stressed out and everything, but it's really gotten better. So that's one thing. The other thing is that I still have a little bit an itchy throat. Really weird. I haven't seen a doctor about that. I have to. I plan on seeing someone before the end of the year. Really itchy throat for no apparent reason. I mean, I sanitize my bedroom, my pillow, everything. It doesn't seem to be an allergic reaction to anything. I have no idea where that comes from. Anyways, I'm doing healing on myself very recently, and the symptoms have probably decreased let's say a good 80%, meaning that compared to when it used to be very itchy, very often, very annoying, now it's only maybe, I don't know, 20-50% of the 15, not 50, 15% of the Simpson. I'm sorry, it's really late. Of the symptoms that are still here. So I mean, it's not completely gone, but it decreased to a point that is pretty good. I mean, what if your worst health problem could be decreased or could be reduced to only 20% of what it is now? Wouldn't that be a huge improvement in your life, honestly? Because I mean, for me, I'm so totally continuing my treatments until it goes away completely. So that's one thing. And then the main health related issue that I had to deal with was migraines for probably 4 or 5 years, I would say. For a long time I thought it was related to my back problems, because a lot of my osteopaths told me that I had some sort of thing stuck in the back, you know, when you have one of your backbones that moves, so it basically pulls on the nerve and then, you know. So I thought it was that for a long time. Then I saw another osteopath more recently, who's also an energy healer. She's amazing. Who told me that, okay, my back is kind of not too aligned most of the time, but I mean, nobody's back is aligned ever. I mean, unless you're an athlete and you have a chiropractor all the time taking you, you know, that doesn't really happen. So my back had something to do with it, but there was also apparently something, well, there was apparently something in my skull, in the way the, I don't know, the bones of the skulls were laid out, that I had some sort of circulation problem in the head. Okay, whatever. She manipulated me, it felt much better, but then the migraines came back. So with Pranic Healing, self-healing, I basically switched from migraines that would occur several times a month, let's say 2 to 3 times a month, for at least a full day. When I'm saying a migraine, I'm talking about something actually that would just be painful in the entire half of my face and head. And I would basically not be able to do anything except for sleeping, and the pills wouldn't work, you know. So I moved from that to now having basically only 1 day of migraine during my period every month. And I'm telling you that it's actually getting better and better, because 3 months ago it was 2 days. 2 months ago it was 1 day. And this month it's been, I think, not even a full day of migraine during my period, which is like one of the most common symptoms that women experience. So it's just crazy. What is even crazier is that I've been mentioning self-healing, but to be completely honest with you, it's not like I'm doing self-healing every day. What happens is that I don't do self-healing every day because I don't have time, but I pretty much do one healing on someone else, on a patient, every day. And what happens is that when you practice energy medicine, if you're doing it right, you're not giving your own energy to your patient. You're absorbing energy from your surroundings, or from God, if you believe in that. I do. You absorb this energy and you basically act as a channel to transmit it to your patient. Which basically means that before this energy goes to your patient and heals the patient, it goes through you. And apparently there's been studies that have been done by all the gurus of energy healing all over the world that say that basically you give 80% of the energy that you receive to your patient and you keep 20% for yourself. So that means that even if I'm never doing self-healing on myself, never, I'm still getting healed thanks to the healings that I do to other people. So that goes beyond just saying, okay, you're doing healings on people and you're gonna get good karma in return and you're gonna get good health in return. It's not even about karma. It's just that technically I'm getting healed as I heal, which is amazing, and which is, I believe, the reason why I'm getting so much better. So obviously I encourage you to get energy healing even if you're not sick, because that's also what is amazing about energy healing and pranic healing, which is what I know. You don't have to be sick to get a session. If you're in good health, it's actually ideal because it's gonna basically strengthen your health even more and push the next symptoms as far as possible. So that's amazing. So obviously I encourage you to get healing as much as you can if you get a chance. If you're interested, you can send me a private message. I have quite a list of patients now, but if you're not in a hurry, I mean, we can always talk about it. But mostly I obviously encourage you to become a healer yourself, because it's the best thing you can do for your own health, as crazy as it may sound. But for me it works, you know, it works. So I mean, this is basically crazy how it just improved my quality of life so much, so much. So this is something that I really want to share with you guys, because it makes my life so much better, and I wish all of these blessings to you too, you know. I think that I'm very blessed. I'm getting a lot of very positive energy, a lot of good energy, and a lot of good stuff in my life in general right now, and this is what I want for you. So really, you have all of my blessings, all my love. I'm sending you light for you to get into that, give it a try, and hopefully it will change your life for the better like it did for me. Thank you so much for listening. Again, many blessings to you, lots of love and light, and see you soon. Bye.